Now. All right, thanks for being on tonight, guys. Kind of fun topic tonight is basically about how to go from being stuck in our business to getting ourselves unstuck and propelling ourselves forward. So whether you are a new coach or an existing coach that's been around for a while, but maybe you're watching this back and you've been maybe a coach for like a year, but you haven't really done much with it. These are the things that will help you get unstuck and start moving your business forward. So what is stuck? And stuck can kind of look like a lot of different things. So it might be not sure what to post on social media. Sometimes we kind of come across this writer's block of feeling like we don't have good things to like talk about in our captions as far as being purposeful with our posting. Sometimes feeling stuck in our business could be, well, I'm not really signing any new challengers and I'm really struggling to hit Success Club on a regular basis. Maybe your challenge group is really quiet. And again, if you are a new coach, it's very likely that your challenge groups will be quiet because it's the first time anyone in your group is experiencing something like this. And so they're kind of just there to test the waters and see what it's all about. And they might be a little bit nervous to kind of step out for the first time. But or you could have been running challenge group for months and it's just dead and no one's like posting anything. And then another way we could feel a little bit stuck in our business is if we're struggling to sponsor new coaches. I've been coaching for almost 2 years now, and I've definitely had a lot of ebbs and flows in my own business as far as being stuck in these different areas. And so to kind of jump into a couple of these, of course, we need to start out by tackling these things with, first and foremost, changing our mindset. And that sounds like so cliche and so annoying. We hear it all the time, but it's so true. So like the main thing I want to think about is who is a coach in this business, whether it's your upline coach or a top 10 coach in the business that you look up to. Who is that? Are they a 5-star diamond? Are they a 10-star diamond? Are they a superstar diamond? Are they a top 10 coach? And if you don't follow any kind of top coaches, I would encourage you to pick maybe 2 top coaches and follow them on Instagram to see what types of things they're posting about, how they are, what kind of photos they take, what are the quality photos that they take, what are the captions that they're talking about on a regular basis. So to give you an example, I follow a gal named Moira Kusaba, and so her name is Moira, and I think it's Kusaba is like Kucaba or something like that. Moira Kusaba, Bonnie Engelman, and then our upline coaches, if you don't already know, is Julie Kemp and Nikki Whiting. So I'd for sure be following one of those 2 and then pick a top 10 coach. So like Moira Kusaba or Bonnie Engelman. I feel like those 2 girls do a really great job at, 1, being consistent as crap, posting to social media, and 2, making sure they have all their bases covered as to what specifically they are talking about on a weekly basis on their feed. So they're at least always talking about their challenge groups or their own health and fitness transformations, what they've learned or what they're currently learning in their health and fitness journey, at least once a week. They're talking about their coaching job and what they love about coaching, how coaching's changed their life, financially, emotionally. They're always talking about that on a regular basis. And then they're bringing in their daily lives. So maybe they're a mom or they're married and or maybe they're a full-time student, and in any of those areas of life, like we're learning something, we're being challenged in those ways, and we can take something that we're learning in our personal lives and share that with our followers and with what we're learning. So personal life, health and fitness journey, coaching. They are very consistently always sharing about those things. And I think especially as being new coaches, we are, or not even, maybe you're not a new coach, it's scary to start posting about my coach life or what I do as a coach or how coaching's changed my life, because maybe it hasn't like financially changed my life a lot yet, but maybe internally, emotionally, and maybe in the aspect of, you know, taking this opportunity to step outside my comfort zone and step into this new role of leadership, I'm growing as a person and in my own like walk of life. And so maybe it's just changing you in that way. So always be thinking about those different areas and how we should be sharing that on a regular basis on our social media. So basically I'm just saying, pick one of those top coaches, follow them for inspiration. You don't have to copy them. You don't have to compare yourselves to them, but I follow them for basically inspiration to see, yes, inspiration, not comparison, to see how they're going about things. Okay, so I want us to pick that coach that we really look up to and start acting and thinking like the coach we want to be. So is that a diamond coach? Is that a 5-star diamond coach? Is that an elite coach? Like, what is that? And maybe do some research as to what it takes to get there and start thinking and changing your mindset as far as, if I was a 5-star diamond coach, how would I be posting? What would I be posting about? How would I tackle this situation? How would I get unstuck in this situation? So start thinking and acting like that coach you want to become. Not, what would I do right now? I'm scared to even do anything, so I'm just going to stay stuck. But if I was a 5-star diamond coach, what would 5-star diamond Sierra do in this situation? Something that successful coaches in this business do as far as mindset is, one, all of us, even new coaches, need to be listening to personal development. Pick your top 2 favorite podcasts and be sure that you're always listening to something uplifting, something based on leadership, something based on facing fear. There's tons and tons of podcasts and books on Audible that you could be listening to help build our self-confidence in those aspects. And then the other thing that I need to start doing, and that I know top coaches do on a regular basis, every morning they have what we call affirmations. So this is still kind of a new concept to me. This is something I want to start doing on a more regular basis myself, is come up with specific affirmations that I have written out, and maybe they're on a sticky note on my computer or like in front of my desk somewhere that I see every single day, and speak to myself every single day is, I am a 5-star diamond coach. I am capable of being a quality leader. I am capable of helping 5 people a month achieve a transformation in their health and fitness. I am brave. I am not going to let fear stop me. Whatever it is, you're basically writing these statements, these affirmations, and you're speaking them back to yourself because it's what you want to become. What we put in our minds on a daily basis is what we're going to obviously be thinking about and eventually be striving for. So if we're not putting these positive affirmations in our mind, you know, the ebbs and flows of what are people thinking about me, and the ebbs and flows of these fears and self-doubt are going to start coming in and taking over our mindset and making us want to stay stuck in our business. So affirmations is a challenge for myself and all of you guys. Tonight, before you go to bed, write down 3 affirmations in your notebook or whatever, or on a sticky note, that you're going to put somewhere. So maybe you are a coach right now, or maybe you're an emerald coach. Maybe your first affirmation is, I am a diamond coach, or I am a growing and brave leader, or whatever. Come up with something, 3 things, put it on a sticky note tonight that you're going to start telling yourself every morning or every time you sit down for a power hour. And these can be flexible, these can change. Obviously, I don't have like a solid good one right now because I need to do this myself. So affirmations, believe in yourself, start telling yourself that you can. So that's the whole first chunk about mindset and tackling these areas and where we feel stuck. So talking about those areas that I mentioned earlier. So posting on social media, signing new challengers, hitting Success Club on a regular basis. If our challenge group is getting quiet, when we come to any of those situations, the first thing we need to do is 1, assess our mindset, and 2, step back and assess the situation. Why am I struggling to hit Success Club? Well, let's think about this. How many invites am I sending a day? Am I kind of sort of just sending, hey girls when I feel like it? Or am I sitting down for an hour a day, taking control of my own business, putting in the hours that I need to put in as the CEO of my own business, and am I sending 5 to 10 invites a day? If I'm not doing that, no wonder that I'm stuck, because if I'm not sending invites, my business is going nowhere. So how many invites a day am I sending? Do I follow up with people who ghost me? This one is so huge because half the time people don't mean to even ghost you. So yes, we should be following up with people that we have invited. As soon as I send an invite, maybe I've already sent them a hey girl and they didn't really respond to that, but 2 weeks later, they're still following my health and fitness journey, my Instagram stories. So I go ahead and send the invite. I will flag that conversation as soon as I have sent the invite. Once I flagged it, I write their name down in my notebook and put a check mark by their name saying, check mark, I've sent the invite. So usually every other day, I will go to my Instagram inbox. And if you guys have your Instagram set up as a business account, you can go filter your inbox and go to the flagged conversations. The flagged tool is amazing. So I go through all those flagged conversations because 1, I know that all those flagged conversations, I've already invited them, and maybe we are talking about pricing right now or whatever. So I go back to these flagged conversations within 24 hours, 48 hours max. And if they have seen my invite, I will send another really quick message. Hey girl, hope you're having a great Wednesday. Just checking in to see if you had a chance to read my last message. Heart emoji. That's it. Short and sweet and simple. It's a quick reminder because half the time people are going through the Target checkout aisle, and while they're waiting in the aisle, they see your message. They don't have time to respond. They say, oh, I'll respond to that later. And we're all freaking millennials and we forget half the time to respond to messages, or we think we did in our mind. So my point is always give people the benefit of the doubt when they have seen your message, but they didn't respond. So you send the message, you flag the conversation, you go back to your flagged conversations and you send that quick little reminder, hey girl, just want to check in real quick to see if you got my last message. Half the time they'll be like, oh my gosh, yes, I meant to respond, so sorry. So always give people the benefit of the doubt and make sure you're following up with the people who have ghosted you. That is huge. And then the other thing is when we're assessing the situation of why am I not hitting Success Club, the third thing is, do I take no for an answer right away? As soon as someone tells you no, what do you say? Oh, okay, like, thanks for getting back to me, and that's it. We should not be taking no for an answer. Whenever someone says, thanks so much for, the invite, but I'm not interested right now. We need to, 1, not take no for an answer, and I usually always respond with another question. Why? Because, most of the time that they're telling us no is because they don't fully understand what we're doing. They're maybe a little bit too scared to ask. They have limiting beliefs in themselves as far as, oh, I can't do those workouts that Sierra's doing, or I can't do that many push-ups on my toes that Sierra does. And so they have these limiting beliefs in their own head already that they can't do what you're doing. So that's why they tell you no. They have limiting beliefs. It's not because you're not a good coach, it's because they don't fully understand. So we need to ask them the question, hey, thanks so much for getting back to me. Is there a specific hesitation that you have as far as these programs go? I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Or, hey, thanks so much for getting back to me. Are you already in a solid fitness regimen right now? What are you doing for workouts these days? You know, half the time they're either already doing kind of something as far as fitness related, or they're just not and they're intimidated. So we have to get to that. Are they active or are they not active? And then we can start speaking to that. Oh, you are doing something for health and fitness right now? Like, cool, tell me about your workouts. Are they working for you? Can you get yourself to the gym? Oh, you're doing these classes? Like, how many times a week do you go to these classes? And usually they'll be like, oh, you know, I kind of get there when I have time to. Maybe it's like 3 times a week. Well, if they're only going to the gym 3 times a week, and they're probably not watching their nutrition, they're probably not seeing the results that they want to see. So my main point is, don't take no for an answer. Respond with a question. Understand where they're at. And then you can speak to that. You know, maybe it's a pricing objection. We haven't even shared pricing with them yet. We just invited them, right? So, you know, maybe they come back and they're like, oh, I just don't have the money to spend on something right now. Okay, cool. Now we know that they have a pricing objection and we can speak to that. Oh my gosh, girl, I totally understand. I used to do CrossFit. It would like cost me an arm and a leg every single month, and it was just too expensive. That's why I ended up doing these online health and fitness programs, because they're cheaper than any other gym membership out there. It actually saved me a lot of money and time to switch over to these workouts. And then go off on the conversation, because now you know why they told you no and you can speak to it. Never take no for an answer. Okay. And then the fourth part of assessing our situation is, are you sharing your personal story and connecting to them? So maybe you're in this inviting process. You've kind of described the basics of your challenge group and the basics of the program. Did you tell them the part where this has changed your life? Have you shown them your before and after transformation? Have you shared with them how this has affected your life or benefited your life since joining and starting these programs? Has this saved you time? Has this saved you money? How has being a coach or being a challenger in general been beneficial to you? Maybe you talk to them about how I always share personally, you know, I really used to struggle with binge eating and sugar addiction. Nutrition was the hardest part for me. So I think the biggest benefit for me when I started doing these online health and fitness programs was the nutrition plan, because it taught me how to, it basically taught me portion control and how to eat in a balanced diet way, whatever. I'm basically connecting with them by sharing my own personal kind of before and after, you know, mentally, physically, you know, whatever. Share your story. If you have a before and after picture, make sure that they see that. If they can connect on a personal level with you, they're more willing to continue the conversation with you and start considering it for themselves. So, if you're not hitting Success Club, are you sending enough invites? Are you following up with the people who are ghosting you? Do you take no for an answer right away? And are you connecting with them on a personal level with your own story? Okay, the next being stuck part I wanted to talk about was, actually we'll talk about coaching next, would be sponsoring coaches. And then I'll talk about challenge groups next. Sponsoring coaches. So this can be slow going for new coaches, and it can be intimidating. And I know for me itself, for myself, when I first started coaching, it was intimidating because I felt like I still had so much to learn, and I wasn't the best at explaining things to people. So first place to start is your Instagram stories. We're sharing about our health and fitness journey, right? We should also be sharing about coaching and what we do as coaching. So I feel like I'm finally getting better at this, is sharing on a daily basis a couple of the coach tasks that I'm doing that day. So I'll take a cute little boomerang of like my laptop and my notebook and say, you know, checking in with my challengers on week 3 of our program. Or maybe you share a quote that one of your challengers shared with you. Maybe your challengers was like, I'm down 5 pounds and I'm loving this group, blah, blah, blah. Screenshot that and, you know, hide their name and share that to your Instagram stories. That is basically a testimonial to, you know, someone in your group who is benefiting from these programs. And you can take that testimonial and you can share that on your Instagram stories. I actually have a lot of these in my highlight reel. As far as I have a coaching highlight reel, and I have a lot of my challengers before and after photos in there. I have testimonial comments in there. So share that kind of stuff. If you have a challenger who has a before and after, ask them if you can share that on your Instagram stories. Or like tonight, I just took, before we started this call, I was typing out my notes for this call, and I took like a short little video of like my notes and my laptop and everything, and said, prepping for team call tonight, that kind of thing. I'm just sharing little bits and pieces of what I do for a living or what I'm doing as a side gig as a coach. Start sharing little pieces of your coaching journey to your followers, because you never know who's interested in a side gig like this. So share in your stories. Also share in your posts. So before I talked about, you know, those top 10 coaches, you know, elite coaches, and how at least once a week they are making a coach specifically about, or they are making a post specifically about how coaching has changed their lives or what they do as a coach and how it's so emotionally fulfilling to be helping others in this way. So get in a rhythm, get in a habit of sharing something beneficial about coaching on your Instagram page every week. Try and make that a habit of yours. And again, as we're sharing that, now we have to start thinking about how often are we inviting to the coaching opportunity in general. Now, yes, starting with our challengers and people who are in our challenge group who have experienced the programs are a great place to start, but you're going to blow through those challengers really quick. And definitely start there. Definitely invite everyone in your challenge groups who have experienced the programs to coaching. But once you have eventually invited all those people, keep an open mind to invite other people who are watching your Instagram stories. Maybe they've never been in a challenge group before. Maybe they've never tried Beachbody before, but they love health and fitness. Or maybe they're a stay-at-home mom looking for a side gig, or, you know, a way to bring in some extra income. Or they're, you know, an Instagram fitness page who already is sharing their health and fitness journey, but they're probably not making money from doing that. They're just doing it because they like doing it. We need to get in a habit of reaching out to those people and building a relationship and asking them if they've ever considered doing any kind of online accountability coaching, because you're already doing half of what I'm doing as a coach and you'd be really natural at this. So keep an open mind, and you can definitely go to Google, go to YouTube and type in how to invite to coaching video, and we could do another training call on that. But there's a lot of different examples out there and scripts that you can use as far as inviting people to the coaching opportunity. Um, okay, so there's that part. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was when we feel stuck in our challenge groups, and our challenge groups are either getting boring or repetitive or quiet. And my first thing to do when this happens is message each girl individually and ask them how they're doing with their program. Is there anything I can help you with? And then once they've responded, maybe things are going well, maybe they're struggling with something. No matter what their response is, I will then encourage them. Well, I'll give them some advice, and then I'll encourage them to share that with the group. Because when other people share in the group, it's encouraging and inspiring and motivating for the other girls in the group. And I'll let her know that. So encourage each challenger individually to start posting to the group, because the more that they utilize the more accountability they're going to feel, and the more likely they are to stick with the program and find their own results. So message people individually. And the second thing is to do a fun challenge or giveaway. You could easily do you make your morning post and maybe there's a little challenge at the end, like extra bonus challenge today is videotape yourself doing 10 burpees and post it to the page. Or Thirsty Thursday, everyone grab your favorite water bottle, take a picture of you and your favorite water bottle and post it below this post. Or you can do a giveaway. I actually haven't done a giveaway in a while, but I have sample size Shakeology packets or Energize packets that I would encourage you guys to maybe purchase this to help keep your account active, or maybe your spouse's account active. You can get little single serving Energize packets or Shakeology packets and give those away for prizes. So maybe on a Monday or on a Sunday night, I'll be like, okay, we're going to do a 5-day challenge. To win a prize at the end of the week, you need to post to the page 4 times a day and comment on one other person's post or something like that. And you need to keep track to who's posting that week. And then on Friday, you can announce who the winner is and send them the sample in the mail. Usually that will get people to wake up and start posting to the page. And if you don't have sampler packets, I've given away $5 Starbucks gift cards, $5 Target gift cards. Usually people will come running for those things. So, in summary, Kate says Energize sticks are a huge hit. I don't have any of those yet, but good to know.
Is it weird if you just scoop them in a bag and send it to them if we don't have the sticks yet?
I have definitely done that before with Shakeology.
Okay. Yeah, I know you sent me some one time just in a bag, but I didn't know if that was weird.
Well, you tell me. Was that weird?
No, but I'm not a weird person. I don't know. Some people have germ things.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't feel confident whenever I used plastic baggies with Shakeology.
Okay. I mean, I was going to order a sample box just to have those to start giving away.
Yeah. I think it's good to have some stuff on hand because it feels more professional. Makes you look more professional. The only time I would ever do that is if I didn't have any sampler packs on hand.
No. Sounds good.
One thing I did learn the hard way is depending on what all you put in the envelope and how many postage stamps you put on the envelope, sometimes it doesn't get to them because it's too heavy, or it doesn't, I don't know. Sometimes I've had issues with Shakeology. So anyway, just know your postage rules. Okay. Anything else? I'm just going to wrap up by saying, whenever you feel stuck in this business, whether you do now, if you don't now, great. You probably will feel stuck at some point in the next 5 months. So when you are stuck, you just know that you don't have to stay stuck, because we are given the vital behaviors It doesn't take a secret science or a secret sauce to be successful in this business. Every successful business got there because they were consistent as crap doing the vital behaviors, and it got them to where they wanted to be. You are always in control of your own business. No one else will do the work for you. I can't do the work for you. I can help give you the tools to succeed, but you have to take these tools and you have to take these trainings and you have to put it into action. So I am going to post, if you don't know what the vital behaviors are, I just downloaded a quick PDF from Beachbody website, and I'm just going to upload that to our Team Thrive United page tonight so that you can review those things. They're really basic, but it's good to like know and have those memorized and be asking yourself if you're doing them on a regular basis. So just know that doing the vital behaviors on a regular basis will propel your business forward one day at a time. So that's all I had for tonight. I'm going to look at the chat, see if there's any questions. And if you have any questions or comments, anything to add, you can do that now. Kate said, I used to be scared to follow up with people that ghosted me, but it has been a fear worth conquering in the long run. That's so true. I feel like following up with people is more intimidating than sending the initial invite sometimes. Because we wonder if they did actually were they annoyed by my invite or were they just busy and didn't respond? So always give people the benefit of the doubt. Like Kate said, it's been beneficial in the long run.
My new philosophy is that I will continue to follow up with them until they either block me, tell me to stop, or if they unfollow me, I'll probably stop trying to.
Right. I've never had anybody ask me to stop or take me or to have them take me off their follow-up list. And I followed up with people a lot. But they continue to follow me. And so there's a reason why they're following me. They're either just not ready and maybe they'll be ready next year. But some of them will even be don't give up on me. Just keep following up with me. I'm really? I'm getting really sick and tired of this. Just say But yeah, there's definitely those people out there, so don't give up. What else? Haley, where do you get inspiration for daily challenge posts? Well, first off, I think you're in my challenge group. You are more than welcome to copy and paste anything I ever post. Just do it. Because I copy and paste a lot of what Julie posts sometimes because I'm in Julie's challenge groups too. I don't ever participate in her groups, but a lot of the times I'm just I don't know what to post. What did Julie post an hour ago? And I'll literally, oh, hi, Allison's husband. I will literally copy and paste what she does. Or I will just go to Pinterest and I'll type in fitness motivation and I'll find a quote that speaks to me and I'll save that image to my phone and I'll usually just come up with a blurb that goes with the image or something like that. Katie Sturts is asking, after getting ghosted 2 times in a row, do you guys say the same thing again? Or how do you keep wording the follow-ups? No, I don't say the same thing every time. That would seem robotic. So I would usually, if they've ghosted me twice, I usually will go to their page and I'll 3 or 4 of their photos. Basically to remind them, hey, remember we're friends and you stalk me and I messaged you. And this is basically your reminder that you have messages in your inbox. And this actually worked for me today. I had sent her a message on Friday and she had seen it. And And it wasn't like a direct fitness question. It was more like, how have you been? Like, what are you doing for work? So I didn't want to like follow up on that question because it was kind of an awkward follow-up. So I literally just went to her page and I liked 4 or 5 of her photos. And she like came back to me within an hour and responded to my message. So do that. Or if they have a red ring around their profile picture, they've posted to their Instagram story. So I'll go to their Instagram story and I'll respond, like make a cute comment or something, because that'll be another reminder to them, like, oh, there's a message up above this that I need to respond to. That, or depending on how long it's been, I'll just be like, hey, so fun to see that you're still following along on my health and fitness journey. Like, how are things going with your own health and fitness journey? Did you get in a regimen yourself or something like that? Basically, it doesn't have to be a direct invite. It can just be like a how are things going type question. I'm here to be your friend. Okay, we have less than a minute, so I'll wrap things up. Just want to say thanks to everyone for being on tonight. Hopefully this was helpful, and I will post that vital behavior PDF to our page tonight. So thanks for being on tonight, everyone. And I'm going to take a quick picture before it runs out, hopefully. Oh, goodness. Everyone say cheese. Got it. Okay. Bye, guys.